Hi again, this is Lilli of Dreams Yarnshoppe. Today we're going to study on how to do crochet. But before that, again, I would like to remind you to please follow me on my FB page, Teacher Lilli, and Instagram, which is Yarns Manila. And hope you will subscribe and share my YouTube channel, which is Teacher Lilli De Leon Vlog. Thank you. So let's get ready and study how to crochet. I know many of you are waiting for this episodes, and so here it is now. We'll do crochet. You know, when I was in the store and somebody, even a guy, would see me crocheting, they would always say, "Oh, this gawa yan." That's what my lola used to do, ganchillo. They even know how it's termed in Tagalog or in Spanish, ganchillo. So even when they see us knitting, they think it is crochet because it was very popular even before. But now, with the young generation, with the young kids, they are also into crochet because they love doing stuffed toys, like the amigurumi patterns, and making dolls and many shaped animals, robots, you know, many designs that they can do using crochet. And yeah, in school we learned it. Oh, so the young people, even they are so interested in it now. But like us, the older ones, we still do it, wanting to do heirloom pieces that we can leave behind for our children and even our grandchildren. So what do we need to know about crochet? First, let's study what are the tools or the yarns or the materials that you will need to start a crochet project. Let's start with the hooks, the crochet hooks. Before, when we were young, we were only using this kind of hooks, the fine ones, because we were only using this cotton thread. So, but now, with so many yarns, so many different yarns that are coming up, we have very varied sizes. It has gone to as big as this one. This is 20 mm. See this hook? This is a very big hook, size 20 mm. So these are the different hooks now available. We even have this long one. This one is called a Tunisian crochet hook. When you have all the stitches inside this, there's a way to do a Tunisian crochet. And they come in also, you know, the big sizes. This one is for the hairpin lace. We also studied this when we were in, I don't know if grade school or high school. And you make a nice shawl using this. I studied one project of this hairpin lace. It's so nice. I'll show you. It's even featured in one of the magazines. Okay, so that's about the hook. But oh no, there is. It's very important that, like in knitting, there are different ways to give a number to the different hooks. It's just so unfortunate that there is no standardized way of sizing the crochet hooks. For example, the US 8 size 8 US size 8. In the US, at 1.25 mm hook is US size 8. In UK, it is UK 3, size 3. But both are 1.25 mm. So it's very confusing. Later on, I will also show you, like in the US, the double crochet is different from the double crochet of the UK. That will be more on when we study about the basic stitches. But with the crochet hooks, I would rather that focus more on the mm size, so you don't get confused if you know, if see the US size or the UK size. Anyway, with the kind of yarn, you will more or less have an idea what kind of hook, size in you will need. So, aside from the hooks, of course, you will need the yarns. Like in, like in knitting, the yarn comes in different kinds and different weights and different sizes. So let's go to the fiber content. We have the cotton. It's a natural cotton, natural fiber. We have the acrylic, and sometimes we have the blend of the acrylic and the cotton thread. These are all cotton. This is DMC Petra. This is very nice. They come in 3 sizes, a size 8, 5, and 3. This is the thickest of the Petra. I love Petra. And so those are the contents. It can be cotton or the acrylic or the synthetic fibers. We have also other, what you call this, the weight. We have the fingering weight. The finger weight is the finer one. And we have the decay or the double, they call it double knitting size, the worsted. We have also what you call this, the chunky, and this is the MC Nitty size 4, size 6. There is a bigger one, size 10, and this is the bulky yarn, the really big yarn. There are more bigger, thicker than this. So I just got a few to show you the different weights of the yarn. The ply, okay, this is very important. There is a misconception that when you have an 8-ply yarn, for example, it will be thicker than a 1 or 2-ply yarn. No, that's not true, because a 4-ply yarn like this one, this is a 4-ply yarn. The ply is the number of thread yarn that are twisted together to form into one yarn. So this is 4-ply because there are 4 threads twisted together. This is a single ply, so you cannot separate it even if you do like this. Ito, if you do this, you can see that they can be separated. So this is a 4-ply and this is a single ply. So which one is thicker? The single ply is thicker than the 4-ply. So don't go by the ply. It is just the number of threads that you twist together to form that particular yarn. And of course, you have to learn about the dye lots. It's very important. When you think of a project, of course, it's very hard to make sure that you have enough for a particular project. It's better that you buy more than what you think you need, because you will end up needing more yarns, and you cannot finish the project. Because most of the time, when you go to a yarn store, you buy so many, like say 3 balls of yarn, and then you need another one. When you come back, it is already a different dye lot. It is newly delivered, and it's definitely a different dye lot. Maybe it's the same number. You cannot tell the difference because sometimes it's very slight, and you think there's no difference at all. But when you finish your work, you can see, you can tell the difference. One can be a little bit lighter or darker than the previous shade. And sometimes it's so disappointing when it happens to you. Iba na lang, sabihin na lang, oh, this is the design, the darker on the upper part and lighter on the, so it's up to you. But it's very important that you come up with the same dye lot. Sometimes, there are so many, for example, they have more than 10 pieces and you will only need 5. You still check if they have the same dye lot because they may be from 2 different dye lots. So it's still important that you check the dye lot of what you're buying. Substitution, of course. Me, I'm not a designer. I don't do patterns. I don't know how to to, to design. Maybe I can write it down, but most of the patterns now have symbols, and it's like a chart. It's charted. But what I'm saying here is, you don't have to stick to what the pattern is saying. Like this one. This one is a nice design, free on YouTube. It's I'm willing to share it with you. It's called the Nightfall shawl. It suggested a finer yarn, and of course a finer needle also, hook, the smaller hook. But I have the linen yarn available, so I tried it, and it turned out so nice. I like the fall of the linen fiber, and still the design came out, and it's much bigger, and it's easier to finish because I didn't do all the rows, because it's already, this is the size I want for myself. I don't want my shawl to be too big, and but there are some people who really like their shawls to be very big. So that's how you can substitute, you can adjust your fiber, but you have to know if it will be it will come out okay using what you think is a good substitute for your yarn. So let's end here our discussion on our tools, what materials we need, and we will move on next time to the basic stitches of crochet. I hope you learned a lot from this information. Thank you.